morning and good evening, everyone, based on your time zone. Welcome in Salesforce FXR for Student Program. And today is episode 12, and in that, we will going to talk about the report and dashboard. My name is Amit Chaudhary. I am the founder of the FXR, and our today's speaker is Amit Singh. So, let me hand over to him. Amit Singh.
Thank you, Amit. Very good morning, good evening, and good noon to all of you in our last session of ApexR for students. So, before starting, just a brief introduction about me. My name is Amit Singh. I'm certified Salesforce application architect, founder of SFDCPanther.com. @CloudAmit is my Twitter handle, and Simply Amit is my LinkedIn handle. So, today we are going to talk about reports and dashboards. How we can visualize our data, how we can present our data to our management team or to our managers, senior managers, or directors. So this is an agenda. We will first talk about what are report types. Under that, we will talk about standard and custom report types. And then after, we will talk about what are standard and custom reports. And then after that, we will talk about dashboards. And following that, we will talk about how we can share our reports with the with other users in our environment, how we can schedule our reports and dashboards so that we can get notification on our emails. Before we start, please mute yourself, your video or mic. Please keep adding your question in a Zoom Q&A window, and we will open up the bridge for the question and answer session in the last 15 minutes of the session. So before starting or creating reports, we need to understand the concept of about report types. What are report types and why we need in our Salesforce environment before creating reports. So report types are basically the templates by which we can create based on top of that we can create reports in our Salesforce environment. If we want to create a report, for that we need to have report types for that. Out of box, by default, Salesforce does provide some predefined set of standard report types. We can say that almost for all of the standard objects that are available in Salesforce, Salesforce does provide a predefined standard report types for that. If we don't see all fields for that object in our report type, as we say that this is a template, so the template contains all the information of fields for that particular object which we have created a report type. If we are not seeing that report type, that field in our standard report type, then we need to create a custom report type. Or if you want to change the label of a field that you want to display over a report, then we have to go with the custom report types. There are a few more scenarios that we will discuss later on. What is a report? Before creating, we need to know what is a report and what exactly the need is, need of report, because we all have a multiple session about objects, records. We have data loader to export the information for a particular object. Then what is the need of report? So we need a report to get the complete picture of particular objects. So if you take an example of an opportunity object, we have opportunity object, we have standard types for that. We can simply go and click a record to know the information about a opportunity. But what if a user wants to know a complete information, the key information about the opportunities that they are dealing with? Let's say that, or they wanted to see the information for the opportunities who are going to close in next 7 days, or the opportunities that are already opportunities in the system. So for that, we go with the reports, and for reports we have different format we can create. Like we have 4 types of reports. Tabular format, that basically gives you the information for a particular object in a table format, where you can select which particular column you want to display to the users on a report and which you don't want to display. And then summary format is another format for a report, where you can use a field to group by. So think it like that. You have a field on opportunity called stage, and you want to know how many opportunities are there associated for a particular stage, like closed won, closed lost, how many are in negotiation stage, how many are in pipeline stage. So for that you can you can use summary reports. But if you want to if you want two level of grouping like column grouping and row grouping, for that you need to go with the matrix report. So I will explain you better in the example. And then join report we have, if you want to get the information of two or more objects in a single report, then we can go with the join reports. So let's see how we can create a sample reports. We are logged in into our system. We have two objects, one for reports for creating reports, and we have another object, dashboards, which stores the information about dashboards. So we will creating a new report. So here we will simply create a report which will display the information about the opportunities, which will display information about all the opportunities that are available with the help of a tabular format. So here if you see, it is asking us to choose a report type, in which report type we wanted to create a report. So as our requirement is opportunity, so we will select opportunities. Basically all the standard report types are entitled with the plural label of an object. This is why we are getting opportunities. Once you select a report type, you will get few by default fields that are added in a report. And if you don't want any report, like owner role is a field that I don't want to display in my report, I can quickly click on this drop down arrow and then click on remove column. Or if you want to remove multiple columns in a single go, like you want to remove next step, then you can use control, and with the help of control you can select multiple columns, and then you can drag and drop those columns. You can simply select remove column if you want to select single fields. So now here you can see that all the information about our opportunities. If you go to the filter section, you can see it is saying that show me all opportunities. For close date, there is a filter. If I want to see all the opportunities, I don't want to put any filters. I want to see opportunities for all that are available in my Salesforce environment since I created this environment. Or if you wanted to put some other filters like next fiscal quarter, or next current and next fiscal quarter, you can select those. Or if you want to define some custom date range, you can also select some custom date range with the help of date picker. So I will select all time, and here you will see top 50 rows in tabular form. Once you will click on run, or if you wanted to see how the output of report will look like, you need to click on run, and it will give you how many records you have. I have total 7 or 6 records, and you will see all the information, all of 7 or 6 record information you will get here. One thing that you need to note here is, or you need to keep in your mind is, a report can only display 2000 records here in Salesforce environment. Or if you want to display, or if you want to get information more which has more than 2000 rows, then you need to export that report. And once you will export that report in the form of either Excel or CSV, you will get more records that are approx 20,000. That is number 20,000 for that. Now if you want to, like we talked about, we have a field stage. Now if we want to see how many opportunities are there on stage negotiation, how many opportunities are there on close one, because if you see that we can see multiple records with the same stage, multiple opportunities with the same stage. Now if we want to group these stages, what you need to do is you just need to edit your report. You have two options. Either you can just click on this drop down and then select this group rows by this field, or you have this in the left section you have groups. Under that you can select your field. So the field is stage, Once you will select, it will group all the records based on your stage. So here you can see, and even if you want to sort, you can sort based on the numbers. So this is your stage. Now if you want to see the output, you will see that you have some opportunities, 127 opportunities which are in closed loss stage. That means we lost these deals. And then if you scroll down, you will see you have some other information, like we have 388 opportunities which are in close one. We won the deal, and these people are currently doing the business with us. Now what if you don't want to see all these information, you just want to see the count for this? For what you have is, you can see there are four toggle buttons on the bottom. We can select. If we don't want to see the detailed information, we can just unselect that. Now we will see how many, we will see the count of all the stages, how many opportunities are there for close lost, how many opportunities are there for close won. And here in this summary format, we will see only top 20 rows. So in case of Tableau format, we will say 15 rows, and in case of summary format, we will see 20 rows. If you don't want to see subtotals, you can also remove. Don't want to see the grand total at the bottom of the report, you can remove that as well. And you have another capability in our reports. If you want to see the information in a form of chart, you want to add some donut chart, you want to add some bar chart, or you want to add some line chart. For that, you need to click on add chart button, and you will see here by default it adds a chart which is a bar chart. Now if you want to change the chart, you can see this there is a gear icon, and here you can change the chart. If you want to see the chart type, let's say that I'm saying that opportunity by stage name, you will see the chart title that is coming up here. And if you want to change the title, like chart, you want to see the donut, you can select that. You want to see some column, like you want to see column bar chart, you want to see some line chart. So you will be able to select the bar charts as well. And if you have multiple groupings, like let's display the rows, and you want to see opportunities by stage and account name. So you want to see, also want to group by this account. So what basically we want to do here is, we want to know how many opportunities are there associated with a particular, what happens, how many opportunities are associated with a particular account, and under that account how many opportunities are associated based on the stages. So we have this account name, we'll try to group row because we are working on rows. So let's change the position, change the grouping position. Now we have account name, and then for that account we have stage. So now if you want to change, you will see that you have a stacked bar chart that is coming up. You can select that, or you want to see some information or line bar chart, you can select all this. And once you will run, you will see the information here. If you see that we have account name this, for this account we have an opportunity close one, and unfortunately we have multiple accounts where we have opportunities, one or two opportunities under each account. This is why we are not getting that data in form of that. So this was about tabular and summary format. Now if we talk about matrix format, so let me remove this grouping first. So I think there is a scenario where we want to see the combination between two fields. We have a field called account name, or sorry, we have a field lead source, and then we have a field type. we want to know the combination of every single combination about these two fields. So what we can do is we need to group one field by row and then group the other field by column. So in that case, you will see that you have a lead source of web. The value is web for that lead source, and for that type we have combination for each value of a type field. For web, we have 0 new business opportunities, we have 1 existing business opportunities, and we have 1 new ads-on opportunity. For word of mouth, we have different counts for each type of. So even if you see here, we are seeing one single value for lead source, and then we are able to see all the possible combination with the type. And once you will click on the numbers, you will see how many what are the information about those opportunities. And even here, if you want to add some chart, you want to see some pictorial representation here, you can select a chart based on your requirement. So this was about matrix reports. Now in the reports, we have a capability where we can add a filter. Let's say you want to add a filter, or you want to see only one opportunities. The opportunities we have closed the deal with that. So what you need to do is you need to find a field name here, stage, and then here you can select stage equals. You want to see only closed one opportunities, you can select, and once you will apply this filter, you will see only opportunities that are stage a closed one. So now if you want to see, you can add that column here, stage, and you can see that all the opportunities that we are seeing here, all those stays as close one. Now if you run this report, you are able to see 388. There we earlier we saw that there are only 388 records which opportunities as closed one, and now we are able to see those opportunities, and under that we are able to see the detail. Now if you want to hide the detail, you can go to the editor mode of a report, and then you can hide the report. Just see the pictorial representation in a form of funnel, and you will see. And if you want to filter based on the lead source, you can just click on the legends on the right side, and it will filter out only those. So this is how easy to work with reports. And we have another concept that we can add formula fields here. So if you want to show some calculative values, you can create a formula field based on other fields here. If you want to, like if we want to calculate the win percentage, then we can here we have only data type that we can have an output of a formula. Either it can be number or percentage or currency. So as if you want to calculate win percentage, we need to select the percentage, and then for that you can type your formula here. Let's say that you want to you need to select the field here, then click on insert, and you will see one sum. And if you want to, then you will see some or if you just want to display the information about what is the sum, whatever logic you want to put here, you can put that logic based on your requirement. But there are a few things that you cannot, like if you want to concatenate the value of two text field, then you cannot do it from here. Then you have to create a formula field at your object level, and then that field you can use here on the report. Now the other thing is that if you have a field called amount, and you want to see the subtotal of amount, you can select and summarize, and then you can select either if you want to see summation of all your accounts for that account or opportunity, whatever the grouping you have done, or you want to see the average or minimum or maximum amount. So you will select sum, and now you can see that what is the sum of your amount for that opportunities or for that lead source with the combination of type. Now if you run this report, you can see that information over here. And now if you want to change some charts, you can change the chart as well based on what you wanted to display, and then you can hide your detailed rows, and you will only be able to see the information about what you only want. You don't want to detail, you can only see this information as well. And then after, if you want to save the reports, just save it. We are naming it as all opportunities, and this is a report unique name. If you want to change it, you can change it. And here you can see that we have a folder where we want to save our report, in which particular folder we want to put that report, so that either it is a private folder where no one can see. If I'm creating a report as a user, I can only see that report. Or if I want to change, if I want to see say that there are few standard folders that we have. So these two reports folders are created by me. I will show you how you can create. We have public report folders. If you want to, if you want that every user in your environment, in your org can access this report, you can save that report in a public user or a folder. There is a folder called shared with me, where you can share a report you want to save that. There is no subfolder. Or if you have created some folders, you will see whatever the folder that you have created, and based on that folder you can share a report. We will see while we will be learning the concept of how we can share a report with other users. So for now we will save the report under sales reports. So this was all about how we can create three different type of reports: a tabular form, a summary form, or a matrix form with the help of charts. If you are creating a report that is actually a tabular form, you cannot add a chart on that report. For if you want to add a chart, either you need to create a report that is a type of summary, matrix, or joint. So how to work with joint reports and what exactly a need of joint report is, as we already have two types of reports, summary and matrix, and that completes our requirement, 90% or 95% requirements we can achieve with the help of these two types of reports. Now think of that we have an account object, and under that account I want to see what are all account information, its related opportunities, and its related cases. I want to see the information for all those three objects in a single place. I don't want to create different reports, and I don't want to put into a dashboard from where we can see all those reports. And even in that case, we will not be able to see the related information. So if we have two or three related records based on some fields, like in accounts we have a relation, in case we have a relationship where we can attach a case with the account with the help of a lookup field. In opportunity, we have a relationship with the account that is a master data relationship. And now if you want to see the information of all three objects in a single place, we can create a report that will be basically a joint report. So let's see how we can create a joint report. So before going ahead, I'd like to walk you through how you can create a report folder. So for creating a report folder, once you will go to reports tab, you will see a button called new folder, where you can give your name. Let's say that I'm saying this as support reports. It will automatically populate the folder unique name, and click on save. And even under that folder, if you want to create some subfolders, you can create some subfolders. Like let's say that in under support teams you have multiple support teams, region wise or country wise. You can create those reports. Let's say that I have a country called US. We can say that US reports. Under that, these will be the subfolder for support reports. And then you have another country called India reports. You can, so, and then we can share these folders with only those users who are basically dealing with the Indian customer. They are uh, keen to resolve the problem of customer that comes under India, and there are a few users who are working on US timings. Then we can share these folders with those users so that those users can access all the reports which are under these folders. So now to create a new report, that is a type of joint report, you need to click a new, and then you need to create a report type. So for this we are going to create accounts. And now if you for this for creating a joint report, you can select here. If you click on this report on the left, you will see either you want to create a report or you want to create a joint report. In this report you will see three formats: tabular, matrix, and summary. And in case of joint report, you need to select this, apply. So once you will select joint report, you will see a new button that pops up, that is called as add block. So in a joint report, we can add up to 5 blocks. That means we can see the information up to 5 objects in a single report. Now, if you want to change the block name, let's say that I'm saying it as account information. And I don't want to see this last activity field. I'm just removing this. Now we have a requirement to display the opportunities information that are related with accounts. So just select opportunities, and it will add one more block just adjacent to that account information. Now here, if you want to see, you can just change the name that is saying that opportunity information. And even if you see that what report type we are using for all these, we will be able to see those report types over here. And based on the now you can, let's say you want to do the groupings by account name. You want to see how all these account, like what are all opportunities based on your accounts. You can just, you cannot group with the help of like you, if you want to group a single block, you cannot group in case of joint reports. For that you need to use a group across blocks, where you need to select account name. Once you will select account name, it will add a group across both the blocks. You can see here we have only one account, and then we have another account here who is the owner. Even we are able to see all those information here. And if you don't have any opportunities, let's say that for this account gain point we don't have any opportunities, we are able to see the blank block here next to that account name. Here with this account name we have 2, that means there is a duplicate account name with this name, Grand Hotels, and here we don't have any opportunity information. Now if you want to add few more blocks, like if you want to see, let's say that you want to also see some cases information related to those accounts, you can add that block as well. And here you will see that this is the first block that you have added as account information. This is a second block, opportunity information, and this is a third block. And if you want to make a change here, just to be sure that what all information we wanted to show here, we can make that change as well. And now if we have case related to that account, we will be able to see that information here. You can see here, this is how we can show the multiple related objects in a single report. Now what was the problem with the dashboard? In a dashboard we can have 3 reports and we can add. But for that, we need to find a way where we can add a filter that we only see the information related to a single record. So now let's save it and then we will run it. We will say accounts with cases and opportunities. And for the report, again we need to select in which folder we want to save. I will say that I'm going to save it as under support folder, and under that there is a subfolder called the US report. I'm going to select that folder. I will save it. So you will be able to see all information here: account information, opportunity. If you have information, you will be able to see all those information across our blocks. And now if you want to add some chart, you don't want to see the detail rows, you can click that checkbox and you will see if you have any accounts or not. If you don't want to show the subtotals, you can also unselect that, and then you can add a chart to show the information actually in a pictorial way, so that you don't need to see the information here under in a tabular form. And then you can select a bar chart which suits best to your requirements, and then you will see save it. It will save this report. So this is how you can leverage the functionality of your joint reports in real-time scenario. This is a very basic scenario to work with joint reports, but you might get some other scenarios where you need to create some joint reports. So now let's talk about custom reports type. So there are 5 use cases that I found where you can create some custom report types. So all use cases are similar to each other. So there is, in reports, there is a concept where we can add a cross filter. Cross filter is nothing that if you want to create a report on accounts and you want to see the contacts, you can add a cross filter. You can see all accounts which uh, which are which have contacts. But if you want to see an account with or without contacts, there that cross filter will not work. In that case, we have to create a custom report types. So how we can create a custom report types? For that, first let's create a report where I will show you from where you can add a cross filter, and then after we will try to create a custom report. So if you come here under filter section, let's make sure that we are applying filter for all the accounts, and we don't want to filter with any date range. If you click on this drop down, you will see that there is an option for add cross filter. You can add accounts with or without. If you want to see accounts with contacts, you can select accounts with contacts. You will apply and you will see the filter here. Now we have only 18 accounts which have at least one associated contact. Now there is an information we wanted to see all the accounts that are with or without contacts. So there you will see that we can add one more cross filter saying that account without contacts. But now you are not able to see any accounts here. Why we are not able to see? Even we don't have any way to customize our filter here. We can't customize the filter like we can put either the first condition is true or the second condition is true, then return all the information about those records. In this case, we have to go with the custom report type, and we will also see how we can change the label from a report type. So let's say that we have an account owner. We don't want to display this as an account owner. We want to say that account leader, for opportunities we have opportunity owner. We want to display this as opportunity leader. So how we can change this information? So go to the setup, and under setup we need to type custom, sorry, it is report types. So if you type report here, you will get that a quick link called report types. You need to select on that, click on continue. As we don't have any custom report types in our this Salesforce org, you just need to click on new. And first thing that you need to select is a primary object. Which object you want to create a report, that will be the source of that object. So how you can how you will select which object should be in a primary object. So let's say that you have account, then you have contacts, then you have some other objects related to the contacts like cases, entitlements. So if you want to see the information of all the related objects from top to bottom, then you need to select, and then you need to select that in the first account, first object as a primary object. In our case, account is the top object, top parent object, by which we can track all child objects including contacts and its child records. So for we need to select the primary object, and in some cases we will see what are some other cases where we need to select only one, that will be the primary objects. We don't have any confusion for that. First we will say that counts with or without contacts, and then here we need to define the description why we are creating this report type and what is the actual use for this particular report type. And then here we want to store what are all the categories. So you need to select either, as we are working with accounts and contacts, you can select accounts and contact. And if you don't see your category here, you can select, there is a category called other reports. You can select that as well. So I will select accounts and contacts, and under the deployment section you will see two options. Either the report type is in development or deployed. So we need to select deployed, so that once we uh, develop that report and we wanted to deploy that report from one environment to another environment, we can deploy that report. And the other thing, if you wanted to share that report with other users, we can also share that report successfully without any issues. Click on next, and here you can see, as of now you have only one primary object. You wanted to track some information of its child information, child object. You need to click here, and under that you will see all its related objects which you wanted to track. I wanted to track contacts, I will select contacts. And here you will see there are two options. Either each A, that means each A, you can see there are a naming of blocks. You can either see each A must have at least one related B record. That means if accounts have at least one, then show that accounts. Or if you wanted to see records A may or may not have a related B records. That means an account may have a contact, or an account is there in the system that doesn't have any contact. Now, if you wanted to track some child records of contact object, now here you will see contacts of the child records. Like if you wanted to see cases, you will see whatever you will select here, you will say that information over here in the child, it will inherit from the parent. Now if you wanted to track some others as well here, you can select here, like you wanted to track some other like solutions, and this is the limit of your hierarchy that you can select for a custom report type, that is up to 4. So we don't want to select solutions for the cases. And now here, if you notice that we can select child and grandchild, and then under that child we cannot select accounts, and then we cannot say that let's select opportunities, then let's select cases. So this is why we created join reports. At the time, we wanted to display the information about opportunities, accounts, and cases in a single report. Now let's save this. Once you will save, you will be able to see there is an object relationship and how this is going to work, and here a diagram here, and you will also see what all fields are available here. If you wanted to edit, like you wanted to remove some fields from your report types, you don't want to expose those fields in the report, or if you are not able to see, remember in our presentation we had a point like if we are not able to see a report, sorry, a field that is available in an object, and we are not able to see that field in our report, then that means we need to go with the custom report type, and you need to click on edit layout. And once you will it will open up. Yeah, here you can see what all fields are available. You can click on next fields. All fields are already added of account object. You can also select which object field you want to see. Contact field, you can see that this field is not added in this layout. If you wanted to add, you can add, drag and drop that field. If you wanted to remove, you can remove that field as well. And you can also add some relationship field. Let's say that you have contact and then you have contact owner. You wanted to see the contact owner information. You can also add those fields. You can select those fields here and then you can add those as well. Want to select all, you can click on OK. It will add all the contact owner information. And now if you want to change the label, let's say that we said account owner, we want to say display as account leader. So just double click on that field. You will see display as. There is a column name display as, and I want to say this as account leader. Save this, again save this report type. Now we have this custom report type. Now let's go back and then create a new report with that custom report type. Remember that we said accounts with or without contacts. We are going to select that field. If you don't remember the name but you know the category, you can select that category available from the left hand side and click on continue. And now here, if you expand this field section, you can see that you have account, you have contacts, you have cases. And now under contact, if you remember, we changed that account owner as an account leader. If we drag and drop that field here, we can see that now the header for that field is account leader. And here you can see all those accounts that are either have contacts or not. That means we already, because we already created. And now if you want to change the filters, make sure we are displaying all the accounts. You want to add some other information like you want to add some contact information. Let's say go to the outline. You want to add contact email. You will be able to see contact emails. For accounts, you wanted to see some annual revenues, you can see that. And then if you wanted to group by accounts, and that is up to you. If you wanted to choose this, you can group this, and then you can save this report. I will say that and then select this report. We will save under sales report folder. Now you can see that for this account we have one contact. For this account we don't have any contact. So we are able to see all the accounts which have either contact or don't have contact. And there is one more concept here in the reports that I would like to show you here is, so there is a concept of bucketing in reports, that you can add a bucket in the reports. So how this, like why bucketing is and how this works. So let's say that you have some fields and you want to bucket your values in some range, like you have a, for example, you have a type field in contact. You want to say that customer, whatever the type has a channel, and you have two types, customer direct or customer channel. You want to bucket your field. You want to say that if it is, the type is customer direct, you want to say that customer, or if the type is customer channel, you want to say as a channel. And then you can, so for that what you need to do is you just need to click on this drop down next to that field, then bucket this column, and you will see here you have unbuckets and you can add buckets. So we talked about two bucket in our use case. One is customers, and then we have one channel. So for customers, we have all values. We want to, let's say that for customer direct, customer direct, we want to, these two we want to add in our channel called customers. We added those values, and now these three we wanted to add in our another channel. We say that channels, and other two we can say that bucket remaining values as other. That means whatever all the values we haven't put into any bucket or into any categories. We can also say in a simple word, bucketing is to categorize the value in a different category based on our need, based on our scenarios. Now if we will say here is contact type, apply this. So now let's remove this field. You can see that you have now you are not able to see the value. You are only saying customers, or you are able to see others, and once you will run the report, we will also able to see some more values. Now you can also group by this field, and this will give you the information, accounts, and how many contact types. Because in a customers we have two types, it will group all those contacts under that falls under this category. Now let's add a chart here and hide the details. Run this report. Now you can see that we have total revenue here, we have total records, and we are also able to see the charts which have customers and others. And if you click on others, you will be we have very few values for customers and others. This is why we're not able to see those values. And you can also see the counts here for others. For this account, others, we have some different values as well. We saw about customers and channel. So as we have a number of records, this is why we are not able to find those values here. So this is how we can create a custom report type, and how we can work with custom report types for an standard objects. Now there is another scenario. We have a custom object, and while creating a custom object, let's go back to our presentation. While creating a custom object, if we don't have any master detail relationship defined in that custom object, and there is a checkbox in our object definition file allow reports, if we have checked that checkbox, then only we will get the report for that. for that object. We will get an report type for that object. If we have any if we don't have any master data relationship, but we didn't define any we didn't check this allow reports checkbox in our report definition, sorry, object definition, we will not be able to see that report. In that case, we also need to create a custom report types. So to see the demo for this, let's quickly create an object. So I will create an object, say that classes, and here you see that there is a checkbox called allow reports. For now I will not check this checkbox. I'll just quickly save this. So we did not check this checkbox that is saying that allow reports. It is an enable reports here as a label. Now if you go back, go to the reports section, and you want to create a new report, you will not be able to see that object here. Now let's quickly go back and go to the setup. You can click here, find report types. There are two ways. Either you can create a custom report types with the help of report type, or you can go to the object manager, find your object, and then go to the details section, edit that object, and enable the checkbox that is saying allow reports. Save this, and now if you try to create a report for that object, you will be able to get a report type for that. And then the same thing, if you want to see some, you can see there in an object called classes. Let's go back to our presentation. Next topic is dashboards. What is the dashboards and what is the need of a dashboards in Salesforce? So a dashboards basically is a pictorial way of all the reports. We have multiple reports and we wanted to see the information of all the reports. If you wanted to see the information of multiple reports in a single place, we can use dashboards, where we can also add some filters that will be some common fields across all the reports. And in dashboards, we can add reports, Visualforce pages, or other components if you want to. So to create the dashboards, what we need to do is we already have a report in our environment. So what we will do is we will go to dashboards tab, and then first thing, let's create a new folder. For that, we will say that support dashboards. And then we will create a new dashboards under the support folder as well. If you wanted to create from here, just click on new dashboard. It will ask you only the name of dashboard that you want to see. So let's say that we are saying that support dashboards, and we will say that contains the key information about support reps. And then for the folder, you need to select. So make sure we are changing the folders here. Why we are changing that, I will show you. So we are saying that support dashboards, select folder, save it. Now we have created dashboards, and you can see that we have nothing in the dashboards. We are able to see the blank. How you can add that components? You can select component, and here you will find you want to say that accounts with cases and opportunities. Just select that, and there is a beauty for that. You can also select a chart here if you have that ability, and you can select the theme here. So I'm going to select as a dark, and then you wanted to expand this. Just select this and then expand, and it will expand that. You wanted to add some other reports like all opportunities, and here you can say that we have the ability to select the dashboard charts here. We can select that like you wanted to say the stack chart bar. You can say here. You can also change the axis, what axis you wanted to see as a x-axis, and what the value that you wanted to see either the sum of amount or record counts, how you wanted to stack your chart, how you can certain either you want to see full numbers, thousands, millions, trillions. Let's say that I'm saying that thousands. What should be the range? It is taking automatic. If you wanted to define, you can define your range here as well. Decimal places, if you want to define, let's say I want to say that 2 decimal places, how we are going to sort, how it will be type either ascending or descending. For lead source, either it will be descending. You wanted to put some custom links for your dashboards, you can put that as well. Maximum number of groupings you can define here. What is the title? So we can change the title. You can say that by types and lead source. And here you can also say that opportunities, and you will see that information here where you wanted to see your legends either on the top, bottom, or either top or bottom. I just selected bottom and then click on add here. And then if you wanted to add here, just you can drag and drop. And then for the theme, I forgot to select dog theme here. And if you have Visualforce pages, you can also add your Visualforce pages in this dashboards. Just save this dashboard. Click on done. You will be able to see here a dashboard. What is the name of dashboards? What is the description? And who is the user? I'm seeing that information. Who is the running user? And then if you wanted to make changes, you can just click on edit. You wanted to apply some filters, you can select. You will be able to see, let's say that we are saying that type, we are saying that account type or opportunity type. You select account type and you can add value here. You want to say all, or you just wanted to, for now, just select apply here. So you see that there is a filter on the top of our dashboards. Once you will save this, the content, you will be able to see here, you will be able to filter here if you wanted to filter the value. And if you want to add value single by single, you can just click your filters and you can add, let's say that prospect, customer direct, and then you want to say customer channel. Update this filter. And now here, if you want to, if you will change it to all, you will see that your dashboard is being refreshed. And based on the filters, all the components of your dashboards will get refreshed. If there is no value for some components of your dashboards, based on the filter that you selected, you will see a blank data for that. So this is how you can create quickly create a dashboards. Now let's go back to our presentation. Now there is a next topic, that how we can share a dashboards or how we can share a report. So why we need to share the reports as so think of it like I'm as an admin, I've created a report for the sales team, for the US sales team. Now I want the complete US sales teams to access that report. As I have created that report, currently I'm the only user who will be able to see that report. And that is the same in case of our dashboards. If you wanted to share dashboards with some users or some roles, groups, you need to share. And the catch here is we cannot share a single report or a single dashboard. We have to share a reports folder or dashboards folders where we have put our reports or dashboards. So how we will do that? Let's see that. So first we will start with sharing a reports and scheduling then we will see how we can schedule our reports. So let's say that I have a report called accounts with or without contacts. I want to share with some users or some particular group or role. What you need to do is just go to that report, find this, or you can just open that report. and then you need to click on this drop down and you will see an option to subscribe. If you will subscribe this, you will see a screen like this. Remember, if you have put your dashboard or report in a private folder, you will not be able to see this option send email to either whom you want to sorry, this is not the option we are trying about. We are trying to how we can give the access to the report. So we know that this is a folder where we have put our reports. Now we are under this sales report folder. We want to share this folder. What we need to do is we need to go to that folder, click on drop down share, and here you will be able to select either you want to select with some particular users, you want to select with a role, or you want to select roles and its subordinates. You have some public groups. Under that public groups you have added some users. You want to select you want to share that. So let's say that I wanted to share with some users. I need to select here. We have I have multiple users, and I can select here, and then here you will see there is a drop down for access. You will see three types of access for a reports folder or a dashboard folders. So what are what is between these three? If you are providing a view access to the users roles groups, those users will only able to see the dashboard or report. And now if you are providing edit access to any users groups or roles, that means that user can view the reports, and as well as that user can also edit the reports, but that user can't delete the reports, and that user cannot change the folder of that report. But if you are providing the access to manage, that means that user have full access to that dashboard, that user can delete the dashboard, that user can create reports under that dashboard, delete that reports, or edit that reports. So we only want to let the users to view the report, view access, and once you say yes, it will take some time and provide a share access to the users that we have selected. And let's quickly go back to the dashboards in the meantime. So now you can see under who can access, we have three. Earlier we have only one user, that was me. Now we have three. One is integration user and other one is Laura. Click on done. So now those two users will be able to see these reports, all the reports under this sales reports. For the dashboard, same thing we need to do is we need to go to the folder and report the same. Repeat the same steps to share the dashboard with the access that we wanted to see. Now there is another concept. We have how we can subscribe. What is need of subscribing the reports? So in our company or in any company, there are multiple people, sales representatives, or their support reps, there are managers, senior managers, directors, a VP, senior VP. So they don't want to go to their records, and they don't want to see records, each records one by one, and what is the status of each reports. So what we can do is we can create a report with the key information, with all the filters that we want to for that reports and dashboards, and then we can schedule the reports. And we can schedule reports, either we want to send the report daily to the users, or we want to send them weekly, or we want to send them monthly. So there can be multiple scenario. Like if we take an example of weekly scenario, we people are working on opportunities. Now they want to see all opportunities that were overdue in last week, or they want to see all the opportunities that are closing in the next week, so that they can plan accordingly to their schedule, how they are going to approach with the clients or with the people whom they are approaching for the deal. These are some basic scenarios where you can create a reports and schedule. And now let's think of a problem without scheduling the reports and dashboards. Users are working on the multiple records, multiple opportunities, cases, multiple leads. multiple solutions they are working, and then 1 week has been passed. They have worked on multiple records. Now they don't have any idea about what is the status of all records. Again, they will come to the office next Monday and they will see that, and they will say that we don't have any track and we don't know which records or which opportunity we need to follow up, or which opportunities were overdue and we need to follow up and then close them ASAP. So if you schedule the opportunity or report, every user will get the updated all the information based on their schedule, either it is a daily or it is a weekly or monthly. So now let's see how we can subscribe a report. Subscribing a reports or dashboard is basically nothing to scheduling a report and then sending it to the users in a form of email. They will get the complete information over there. So let's see how we can schedule and subscribe. First we will go with the reports. Now we have a report. We created a report that is saying that we have the information about accounts with cases and opportunities. We just need to open that report, click on the drop down next to edit, and then sorry, we wanted to send the information of all the opportunities to our sales representatives. And now let's click on edit next to that button, and you will see a button called subscribe. You will see a subscribe. You will see an option how frequently you wanted to send that email to your users, at the daily basis or weekly or monthly. And you can select on which days you want to send. Let's say that we want to send weekly basis on Monday, and that will be 9 a.m. So in every office like office time we will get that report. Now here you can see that whom you wanted to send this report, either you only or you wanted to send some others. You have option like users whom you wanted to send. I have users. I can select integration users. I wanted to select some other like Laura, or we have some other users. I don't remember name of any other users. You can select, you can just click on add. Now you can see that we have 3 recipients for this reports. And if you see here, send email to me, integration user, and Laura. And here you can see that what will be the like who will be the running user based on which you will be able to see the information, either you or you want to see another person, you want to select some other persons. So here if you want to say that running user as me, that means the user whom you will be sending the report, that user will be able to see the information as per the access that they have at the object level or record level. Or if you want to send some static reports, so here you can say that if you want to say static reports, you want to say you want to run report in an admin context, you can select a user who is who have admin profile. Or you wanted to say that I only want to see the information which I own, that is a dynamic report, that is actually a dynamic reports and dashboards. You can select that. And then on another thing here is you can provide a condition by which you want to, if you want to say that you have some record sum of accounts, you are saying that if the amount is greater than or equal to $40,000, then only you want to send this report to the users. If there is any record which is a lesser amount than $40,000, you don't want to send that report. You can add your condition. Even you can add condition as well here, but here you will only see the aggregation of what all aggregation you have applied into your reports. So you will see this save. Now every week on Monday we will the user I'm subscribing, all 3 users will get that report in their email in this format, and there will be a link. And after clicking on that link, the user will get redirected to the Salesforce environment if they want to see. And Even if you want to put some add filters, you can add filters here as well by editing that record, but you can see all the filters which are applied for this reports you will be able to see here. Now the same thing with the dashboard is here. If you wanted to subscribe a dashboards, you just need to open the dashboards, click on subscribe button for this, and you will see what option you have. You want to send a weekly, what is the day for that? It is a Monday. And what is the time? 9 a.m. And you can edit the recipients whom you want to send. To add, you will see here whom you are sending this, and receive new results by email when dashboard is refreshed. That means if every time a dashboard gets refreshed, you will also you will see the result for that refresh dashboard. Because if you just let's save it, and let's remove this. I think this admin use integration user don't have that level of access. Yeah, so you can see that here when it was refreshed, we are saying that it was refreshed on August 21. And what is the time? So if you want to refresh this, you will refresh the dashboard, you will get the refresh data here based on the filters that you have provided either in the reports or in your dashboards. And then once this reports will refresh and dashboards will refresh, and then you can send that report to your users in the form of email. So this is how you can subscribe your reports and dashboards. Let's go back to our presentation. Now there is next concept of how we can filter reports with the help of URL parameters. And first we will see what is the need of filtering our reports from our URL parameters, because we already have a filter concept in our reports. So now let's say that you are working on some cases, or you are working on some leads, and you are working on some opportunities. For a single account record, you want to see the complete list of opportunities. Or for a single case record, you want to see the complete list of all the cases that are associated with only that account. You don't want to see the complete list with the help of groupings, like this account has this number of cases, this account has this number of opportunities, this account has this number of contacts. For that, you only want, like you are on your detail page of your object, and you want to click on a button, you want to redirect to the report where it will only show you the complete list of that particular object. So how we will do that? So for that, let's quickly go that we have an report. So we'll quickly create a new report called my cases, where we will be displaying cases information related to a single account. So let's select case. To do that, what you need to do is you just need to put a blank filter here. So let's add a filter called account name here, and we will not define anything. Just click on apply. You can see that there is no records. Just save this report. We will say that my cases, and save this under sales, sorry, support reports folder. Once you will save this, you will see that there is a URL for that. You have a report ID and you are in edit mode. Now let's run this. And we will see a blank report here. We will not be able to see any report here. Make sure that we save this report again. Now what we need to do is, you can see a URL on the top. You just need to copy that URL. Go to object setup, as we want to see the reports from our account record. So what we will do is, we will go to setup. We will create a button, a detail based button on our object account that will we will provide some link, and what will be the URL that I will show you. We are here in our account object. Go to button links and action section and click on new button or link and say here name it as my cases. We are going to say that it is a detail page button instead of a detail page link. It will open a URL, but we will say that open display an existing window without sidebar. What we need to do is whatever the URL of a report is that we copied here from the top, we need to copy that URL, put a question mark here, and for providing the filter we have v filter value 0 equal to what should be the value here, provide an account name. We want the value, we want all the cases related to this account, whatever the account we are putting, whatever the accounts we are clicking on, we will get that. Now how it will work, let's say that you have multiple filters on your reports. How it will work, you have fv0 for the first filter, you can put and fv1 for the second filter and provide the value, whatever the value you want to provide. Click on save. And then we need to add this button into our account detail page layout. So let's go back to layout, and we are working on in our account layout, that is a layout for which we are using. You need to select these buttons, and then we have my cases. Add this button, this under custom buttons, my cases or my contacts. Now save this. Let's quickly go back to our record, and we will say that accounts, and we will open any accounts like Dixon PLC. We don't have any cases. Let's open some other account. Yeah, we have 5 cases here, but let's say that we have some cases like 20, 25 or 30 cases, or more than 50 cases we have under this account. And now we wanted to see the information of these accounts in our report form, the key information of all the cases. As we know that we have added a button called my cases, just click on that and it will redirect you to the report page, whatever the report we have created here, and we will be able to see a report here with the help of all what are all the information about the cases here. So now if you see, if you click on this filter icon, you will see that there is a filter that actually is coming from this URL. You can see FV value, FV0, and that is about 358 space incorporation. So this is how you can work with the dynamic filter of URLs. Multiple times there requirements come that you need to create some buttons on a detail page, and based on that you want to filter that report. So this is how you can filter your reports with the help of dynamic URLs. And one thing that I forgot to tell you about while scheduling the reports and dashboards, if you want to schedule your reports and dashboards, then make sure that your reports and dashboards is not in the private folder. Because if you are saving your reports or dashboards in the private folder, that means no one can access that report. And you cannot share that folder as well with any user, group of users, or roles. So this is a mini project as we are working and we are on the last day of our uh, initiative or program. I will request you all to create these reports by yourself. I'll just walk you through with the problem statement. So as we are working with invoice and invoice line items in our project, what you need to do is you need to create a report which will give you the information about past 30, 60, 90 days. that are overdue invoices in past 30 days, past 60 days, 90 days. So in the first statement, what you need to do is you actually need to create 3 reports, which you will say overdue invoices in past 30 days, other will be past 60 days, and other will be, and the third one will be for 90 days. And the second problem is the same like the first. Whatever the report you are creating, that will be the past 30 days, and that will you will say that by months. And then the next problem statement is that you need to create a dashboard where you will add, basically the second problem, invoice overdue by month, is for a dashboard that you need to create a dashboard where you will add all 3 reports for 60, 30 or 90 days, and then you will schedule that dashboards to send it to you or any other user in your environment every Monday 9 a.m. So this is a overview of the problem statement that you need to go through or you need to create. And to add a filter, I will quickly walk you through how you can add a date filters there. If you open any reports, just click on edit. For the buttons left, if you wanted to add based on some, we have a field called close date. You want to add a filter on this, you will see equal here. Or if you want to some see use relative dates, use calendar date here, you will see here. Or if you want to see here, you can say last 90 days. If you want to, you are creating a report like last 30 days, you can click on that. Sorry, it is a stage, we need to select a date here, close date. Yeah, you need to use relatives, and then here you can provide here is last 30 days. So these are the date literals that you can Google for the reports, and once you will type here, it is basically something like last n days, and n you can replace with any arbitrary number that you want. Either it can be 30, it can be 40, or it can be 365, or you want to put more. And if you want to like go with the years, you can say that last n years or before n weeks, before n fiscal years. So you will get all those date literals here. And next, for the resources, you have Trailhead that you can find create reports and dashboards. And this is the name of Trailheads. You have another resource, quick starts reports and dashboard. This is basically a project that you can get hands on, how you can create reports and dashboards, how you can create reports and dashboards in Lightning Experience. This is also another Trailhead name. And then how you can create reports and dashboard folders, what are all the permission required you will get under this module. And then for subscribing the reports and dashboards, you need to watch a video. So this is a text for that. Once you will Google this text, you will get that video how you can subscribe. Or we will also post this recording in our YouTube channel, where we will be, you can get that video and you can watch this again if you have any doubts. And before closing this session, I'd like to walk you through where you can get all the information. So to get all the information about any upcoming sessions or any information, or you have any questions, you can go to our website apexhours.com, and then under that you will get, if you have any questions, just contact us with the help of contact us tab. Or if you want to know more information about a program that was for students only, you can go to that tab, and here you will get all the information about what we covered in last 12 episodes. And then to get the recordings, you need to go to YouTube and then search for Apex Hours. The first channel that you will get is ours, that you will see here. You just need to open that, and here you will get all the recordings we already uploaded till episode 9. And make sure that you're subscribing for the latest updates, because we have some other programs running parallelly where we are working on different topics, and we are posting all those videos here. And there were some questions that we were saying that from where we can learn the coding parts. So for that, Amit and his team already has a program where they covered all the development topics, that is path2code.com, where you can go. So now I'm going to pause my screen.
Thank you so much, Amit, for a great session. So let me check if somebody have any question on the chat window. So if somebody have any question, feel free to post your question on the chat window.
So there is a question from Rakesh who is he's asking, can we schedule these reports and send in emails as attachments? So to answer your question, Rakesh, as of now, this is still in idea. Salesforce product team is still reviewing this idea, and we don't have any ability to send the reports as an attachments. We can only send the reports, which will basically took a snapshot of that reports dashboards, and then we'll send the user with the link. If your user will click on that, they will be redirect to the actual reports and dashboard in the Salesforce environment, where they can get the complete information if you want. Hope this answers your questions. So there is another question, can you explain on the all chart types and when to use them? So basically the chart types are mainly associated with your business requirement, how like when you want to use your information, like let's take an example of bar chart. You wanted to display the information based on your groupings, your stages, like you want to show the pipeline information about the opportunities. You can go with the bar chart. If you are taking an example of line chart, you have two level of grouping. You wanted to show one information in the form of bar, and you wanted to select the you wanted to display the second measure as a line chart. You can go with that. And we have other charts like donut. If you only wanted to show the numbers based on your groupings, you can go with the donut charts. And I will also post a link for this question. Actually, I don't remember on top of my mind, and where you can get explanation of each and every chart and when to use them.
And thank you so much, Amit, for a great session.
And
And
I
thank you
think
everyone for